Prologue. Not my story of failure, but the story of a working father. This is not the story of a successful pastor. On the contrary, it is the story of a failed man. The business I had clung to for 15 years dissolved into thin air, leaving only a mountain of debt. My self-esteem had hit rock bottom and burrowed even deeper. At 43, by the world's standards, I was a complete failure with nothing to show for my life. Why me? This question spread like poison through my thoughts every night. Everyone else seemed to be navigating their path successfully, and I couldn't understand why my own journey was shrouded in such darkness and battered by such violent storms. My resentment toward God became a razor-sharp blade that slashed at my soul, and my vow to never ever become a pastor hardened into a conviction that felt more like a curse. But this story, paradoxically, is no longer about my failures. It is the record of an astonishing journey of discovery. The discovery that on the stage of my life, where I thought I was the protagonist, the true main character was someone else entirely. It is the story of the one who gathers the broken and shattered pieces of my life and fits them into a perfect picture I could never have imagined. The story of the one I call Father, the living God. He did not speak to me through grand theological theories or difficult doctrines. At times he responded in bone-chilling ways to my pestering childlike prayers. At other times he offered comfort through the hands of the very person I feared most. He taught me that the thorn in my flesh I so desperately wanted to remove was, in fact, my most radiant gift. He untied the bitter knots of a hostile relationship to open a path of peace. This book is a record of those vivid events. It is a testimony to the way he works, to what I call the Father's signs. The Father is the stage director, and I am his actor. He is the one who always calls ready and action. Through this, I have learned to wait for his sign to wait and to act on his sign to act. Are you by any chance standing at a dead end in your life right now? Are you lying awake at night, resentful of God's silence, feeling as though your life is cursed? This book may not offer you a clear-cut answer. Instead, it invites you on a journey to discover his hand, which is already meticulously at work in your failures and tears. It is a journey to find the Father's signs that are already being etched into your own life. At the end of this journey, I earnestly pray that your story will be rewritten, no longer as your story of failure, but as the story of a working father.